Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just thought I'd take you down here. This here is the start of the Arran Trail, this. And it starts up at Guide and then goes all the way down to the bottom end of Shadler to Staffa Crescent Park. Well, anyway, I thought I'd take you down here. Now, I like the Arran Trail. Big old stone marker telling you it's the Arran Trail. No motorcycle sign. Well, anyway, come on. Let me take you down here. Now, this is one really stunning walk, this. Really stunning walk. Plenty of wildlife and things like that. I was just going to mention what's further on down here, but I don't really have to mention till I get there. But it's a nice place. Nice place all the same. Now, it's just took me 9 attempts to get the beginning of this video, because every time I come round the corner there was somebody walking up with a dog or whatever, and on little paths like this you can't help but get anybody on film. But that's not me. I don't want to get anybody on film. You know, I don't mind people filming me. They can film me all day, but some people don't like it. They get offended by it. You know, I did a park today, and you should have seen this woman, this resident. She was only a small little woman, but she came out and she was giving it the current, as people say. You can't film me here. I went, it's a public park, sweetheart. So of course you can. She turned round to me and says, yeah, but all our kids go on here. I said, there's no kids on it now. She went, well, yeah, I see your point. I said, well, there wouldn't really no point on interaction with me, really, then. She went, I see your point. I think she was just bored. I don't know. That's the way I looked at it, anyway. Sorry for that. I've just had to pour a disinfectant on my boots. Studying dog poo on this path. So when I'm out and about, I carry a little bottle of disinfectant with me, with some water in. You know, because I have animals myself at home. I have dogs at home. You know, and I don't want the dog cocking his leg up against my boot. So anyway, enough of that. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get down this trail. If you can hear up traffic, that's not motorway, M56, what runs outside of this. So anyway, come on, let's get on. Now, I had to document this Arran Trail. It's one of my favourite walks. In my area, it's one of my favourite walks. Up to Wainwright Memorials has to be my favourite walk here in Blackburn, but I've done a video on that, an earlier video. But, you know, just the things I like. You still hear the cars, sorry for that, and if you can hear me crunching, my feet crunching on the path on all the rocks, I'm sorry about that as well. I'm trying to be as quiet as I possibly can for you all. if you're all wondering about this little bit of water here, it all comes out the ground there. It is actually a natural spring, is this? And the water is crystal clear, and I mean crystal clear. It's a nice natural spring, is that? You notice it runs all the way down, and it constantly runs, doesn't stop. Little rabbit there. You can see it, ladies and gentlemen. You see it then? Now just there, there's a pond there. It's very overgrown. Very overgrown. In fact, come on now. I'll see if I can show it to you. That's that part of that natural spring, is that? You can just see it at the end there. It's a nice place. It's a nice place, this. It is a nice place. Sorry for the rustling, it's me. Just put this in my bag. You know the little rosehips? Rosehip tea. Lots of them on there, plenty of them. Sorry about it being a bit jumpy. I think I mentioned this in a few of my earlier videos. When I walk slow, it seems to bounce a lot. But when I walk a little bit faster, it seems to even out, but it might just be me. See, here's a nice big pond here coming up. Sorry for wind whistling. Nice little bench here where you can rest. And this is the outlet from that pond I pointed out a couple of minutes ago. Come across, I'll show it you. Now for all you people who go fishing, there's a lot of duckweed in this at the moment, but this is deep. And it has a lot of perch in it. There's a couple of cruisins in it, cruising carp, but I've never had anything substantial out of it. It's okay to bring little ones, like with a little rod or something like that. But if you're a proper keen fisherman, it might not be enough for you. Well, anyway, on the other hand, we have got a bigger pond here. I'll come down and show it to you. Now this here has got some big rudd in it, some big roach and some really big perch, but I've never had any carp out of here. Sorry for the wind. If you look at it, what a good little pond this is. You know, I'll keep it down there because there's a little kid on the end. but isn't that good. Look at all the leaves starting to come up now, which I think's exceptional. With ducks on. But we generally fish over that side, over there near that tree, just in front of that tree, from that bank in there. And that's where we generally fish. There's some nice big perch in here, some really big rudd and some really big roach, like £2 plus. Perch, I think the last perch I had were about £3.5 out of there, which is, that's an enormous perch if you know anything about fishing. I just thought I'd come and show you this. And that there's a coal mines bike track, what we call the coal mines, where all youngsters come up on their mountain bikes. But that's a shame. Oh, there it is. You see there's a big dragonfly sculpture there in water. I'm going to try and get near to it. Just hoping I don't fall in this, because I can't see where I'm walking. This dragonfly sculpture's been here a while. Just have to bear with me a minute, ladies and gentlemen. You can see it just there. Like a cast iron type metal dragonfly. You can just see it there in the water. Which I like that. Anyway, come on. Get ourselves back onto the main path. But it is, it's a nice little bit of a sculpture, if you can see it just there. It is. Nice little pond as well. Anyway, I'll give you a little look at the bike track. Good bike track this for kids. My boys love it on the mountain bikes here. Anyway, come on, let's get on. Sorry for the wind. That track there takes you back round onto the bike track and round. So does this little one here. You can just see that. And that there is Shadsworth Industrial Estate. Wheel. See, I don't know how long this video is going to be, whether I'm going to do it in parts. I don't think I'm going to put it in parts. I think I'm just going to try and do it in one. Now, I can tell you a little story about the Arran Trail. The Arran Trail wasn't always the Arran Trail. As we were growing up on the Shadsworth Estate, the youths of Shadsworth, we all had motorbikes. And what it were, we made all these trails as children for years and years and years. And then the dog walkers started using the trails as well, what we'd made with the motorbikes, because it all used to be overgrown. Well, anyway, one particular dog walker, I think got knocked down actually, And then they banned all the motorbikes from going on the back fields here at back of Arran Avenue. And then they ended up turning it into the Arran Trail. So for all them what didn't know, it never used to be the Arran Trail, it was a motorbike trails. That's what it were. And because the dog walker got knocked down and complained and everything else, it got turned into the Arran Trail. So that's just your little story there on the Arran Trail for you. Yeah, look at scenery on that. A load of geese there in the field up there. I'm dying to come across a bin to put this crisp packet in the bin. Got a crisp packet in my pocket. It keeps like, how can I put it? Keeps crinkling in my pocket. So I don't know if you can hear that or not. But there should be a bin down here. I'll dispose of it in the bin. Sorry about it bouncing everywhere and bouncing all over the place, but very uneven this. I know it might look flat on camera, but it's not. Very uneven. So just behind them trees there, just behind these trees, there's a pond there. That's got some big carp in it, but it is a private pond for the farmer who owns the land. He fishes it, him and his son. He let us all on one year. This is the way you go to it. He let us all on one year, but then some children come up off the estate and left all the rubbish, left all lines tangled about and things like that, and then he's not let anybody on since. Well, this is the little path here with a little bridge. I'll just show you a little bridge. I'm not going this way, but I thought I'd show you this little path. This path here takes you right up. It brings you onto a little road. And if you follow the road right up, it takes you to the top of Stanhill. Which, it's a nice little walk, but not today. We're going this way today. I just thought I'd show everybody that. Now, the people from up this way will know about that, but the people who don't live up this way or haven't lived up this way won't know about that. Anyway, come on, let's get on. Sorry about the noise of my feet. It's a bit overgrown outside, so if I walk outside you'll leave me walking through grass. So, you know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you walk slowly it bounces all over. This little bench here. That's where the bin was. Looks like somebody's burnt it. So if you just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just put this crisp packet in my bag. In my bag. There we go. Just gets that out there and it stops it crinkling in my pocket. Look at what tall grasses there. Now we have some of them grasses in my own back garden. Smart then. Mine go like a purpley colour. Mine, with some. We have a nice good selection of them. It's a nice good selection here as well. Which I think's good. There's a little pathway there. If it's a bit overgrown, that takes you down to a little brook. Now when they first did this Arran trail, it had totem poles, it had like a big hedgehog made out of logs, which was smart. And there were a few other little pieces of art along the way, but they're not here now. You know, they weren't here 10 years ago. You know, they were never repainted once they were put here, and not maintained. So they just get to a point where, because they were made out of wood, they just rot away, and that's what happened. But they were smart. I liked them. Like I said to my wife, I should have done this type of stuff 10 years ago. If I could have done this 10 years ago, well, there was that much stuff back then. You know, it was unbelievable, the amount of stuff I could have filmed. You know, because everything's been taken away now. All these old buildings, all these historical buildings are being left. They're not being maintained. Roofs are falling in. Then they just take them down and change them into other things. You know, and that was one of the reasons why I started doing this channel. That, and to document for our kids, and for everybody else's kids, what actually was here in Blackburn. You know, since I was a child, since I was a young lad, there's less and less and less. Every year I've walked down before I started doing this, there's been less and less. Now this is one of the original bridges they put here, this, which I like. Runs over at Brook. But it's a solid iron bridge, even floor. He's all solid. Yeah, you can see where Brooks came up and took that banking away there. Yeah, but I like this place. I might have to just put it down a minute, there's a bunch of people walking past. You know, we've probably got a curve in here. I can't be bothered. You alright?
Alright.
Big lad, aren't you? That path there, that takes you up to Shadsworth Fields, that. Shadsworth playing fields. It's down here where we're going. And that one there, that's Arran Avenue. I just thought I'd get these little signs for you. Look at that. Cycle route. And here, on this land here, when I was younger, there were flats here. So if there's anybody watching from Shadruff and you didn't know, at the bottom of Arran Avenue there was flats, quite a few flats on here, on this bit here. That's what it were. Now there were derelicts and they were falling down when I was young, but this is where they were. So in theory this is like development land, this, which is, you know, I wouldn't want them to develop anything on it, but that's what we're here. Hiya. Yep. You get them, you do. Say alright, they just look right through you like you're a stone. Got farms over there, all the way up that back there, there's all farms all the way up. See, I'll just let me take you up here and show you this. Looks like somebody's thrown an old bed out and an old 1980s stereo. But I'm gonna come and do this bit of bed because it's like, you know, it's metal, it's not wrought iron, it's not cast iron, but it's a bit of metal work, you know. Right, come on, let's carry on. Now, I like these benches, me. The stainless steel will never ever rust. With the marking on the end, the M, and that's the maker, Preston. Now, I like them benches. You know, another trail marker, Arran Trail. It's a nice dark bit, this. Gets you out of today's sun. Under trees canopy. You know, that's the brook down there. At back of all them trees there. That bit there where that man is, right at the end there, that's an open field, that. But I thought I'd just take you down this bit. Just takes you over at little bridges and over at brook this way. Down some nice steps. Just have to bear with me with it bouncing around. And over a little original bridges there as well. Takes you across the brook. brook runs around. Now when it's raining, this brook's right up high. It actually comes onto this banking outside. Comes up quite a few feet, does this brook. And it has been known to flood this bit here. Anyway, come on, I'll take you over this bridge here. Bit overgrown here. It shouldn't be, but it is. It's because it doesn't get maintained. If you look at the bridge there, it's slanted. Slanted. You see? This is the brook, this going under the bridge. All down to this side. Now, see this brook here? There were a few children from Shadsworth caught some crayfish in this. You know, wait, crayfish. Now look at that. Look at the big hole there. This is how you know it doesn't get maintained. Look at that. That's a big hole, that. See, on bridge. That used to be flat. But to me, if you look at the bridge, it's not even straight. Looks like it's rather sinking at this back edge. And eventually it's going to slide that way. But that might just be me. See, there's these two paths. There's that one what goes up at the side of the fence and along. And there's this one. Which, this is the original path. This. But if you notice here, you can actually see when the brook's water levels came up, it's actually eroded all the banking, took half the banking away there. So between me and you, we'll go this way. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we've just come across, them two rocks from that embankment. If you notice, it's took all the embankment away. And this is your embankment. It's up there where we're going. So, just wade through this bit of river. Have a little search round like I have done. And then let's get ourselves up here. So I don't fall down first. There we go. Excuse me. Now this is the back path, this. And this here is a tunnel, this. I'll come and show you all. Come down these steps. Now this here, this is a big grate, this. And this is a tunnel what goes right under this big field at the top. Up there. But we're going up that way, so I'll show you. And I'll show you where it comes out as well. There's wagon tyre there. About 4 cargo size, 7.5 tonner. Come on, we'll get ourselves up these steps here. And that hole there, ladies and gentlemen, that there was a bottle dump. There's a farm here, farmer's land, just here, and farm's over there. Well, that's where they used to dump all their waste from back in there, in this hole here. Nothing there now, it's been depleted now. And this in here, I already did a video on this. This hole here was another bottle dump. If you look. You'll come across remnants of bottles. I believe one there. You know, it's been pretty depleted as this now. Not really anything comes out of it anymore. It's like that there, seen that? That's a spout, that, off a kettle. With holes up back, spout on top. You know, you get lots of bits. There's a lot of glass here knocking about, so you have to be careful. If you fall here, you know, if you fall you're going to feel it. Another bottle there, chipped on top. You see, when I come to these places like bottle dumps and things like that, I don't really, how can I put it? I don't really take anything. You know, if it's something I haven't got at home in my collection, then I will take it. I've got old green wine bottle. I had some of them at this place, a bit further on downhill, down there, and they were Victorian them. I think they dated from about 1812 to about 1860 odd or something. In that date, you know. Sorry for that, somebody talking. And I had somebody said to me, this isn't a Victorian bottle dump, but I have the bottles there to prove it. You know, this is the top of the pile. They were down the hill down there, bottom of them steps we've just came up. So anyway, I were going to do a revisit to this place, but I just thought, right, I'll throw it all into one. See, I wanted to do the Arran Trail anyway. So I just thought I'd add this too, as well. Now, there are always good places like this to bring you, like, you know, your teenagers. Not just your teenagers, but not any real small children though. And that way, you can learn them a few things, like about the past and, you know, things like that. You know, and show them to respect, just to respect things. You know, what's that there? An old lid. I think I picked that lid up last time. Yeah, I did. Because of that old shoe, I remember it. I remember that. Yep, definitely. And the old hinge or clock mechanism, I think it was. And this is how we know nobody's really been here. See, them bottles I was on that side there, just at bottom of that hill. You know, now I think we're about 19 when we got them. And quite a few years ago, But about 4 or 5 years ago, something like that, somebody had pulled more out. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. Share that with you all. See, the main path's over there where you can see that lad. It runs down there, back of them trees. It's this path I'm taking you along today. Old gate there going to farmer's land. That's so he can bring horses out. He keeps horses in his field, brings horses out and gives them a run around, which is good. You know, gate there at end, you can see it. See a cat there on back wall. Is it you, fella? Huh? Is it you here? Huh? You alright? You see it there. That fence there. That takes you down to Nusdin, that. That's just another entrance. But it's this way here I wanted to take you down. It's very overgrown, I see. Very overgrown. You know, that's where horses come over. That wall, it's like a lowered wall so horses can actually step over it. That. You see there, just there, that's another way you can get over that wall. That comes down in some like type of steps. We'll go down here. See, this is a nature path, this, it's a nature trail. Doesn't look like any nature trail at the moment, but that's what it's meant to be. Very overgrown. Not being maintained. You know, you can see where somebody's crashed everything down. I'm trying to make a path through there to the bridge here. You know, and there was a path running that way, but obviously it's too overgrown. If you look, these are the same type bridges here. With metal floors. Now these have been here some years. And this is the path, this what takes you, sorry for that, what takes you down by the brook. Sorry for the traffic if you can hear the traffic. Nice old building there, some nice old buildings across there as well, which I love me. Nice little area this of Nusdin. Let's see who she gets. What she get? Let's give you a little look at this bridge as well. And that. Nice little place is that. On this side. Nice open bit of things, open bit of field. Anyway, if you like my content, subscribe, like and hit the notification bell for new and upcoming videos. And I think people, that'll be me. Anyway, welcome to the Arran Trail. Thank you for watching. Thank you, bye.